What's up everyone, my name is Mike and welcome back to my channel, and today we are in our final episode of our three-part episodes talking about Veve's future and what if this was to happen. In episode 1 we talked about what if Veve was acquired or merged with another company. In episode 2 we talked about what if Veve just falls off and becomes a flop. And today in episode 3, we're going to talk about what if Veve becomes a major player in this space. Let's get into this. So when we were talking about what happens if Veve becomes a flop, just dies out over time, people flock off the app, withdraw and stop purchasing gems into the platform, we talked about the things that had to go wrong for Veve for that to happen. And it was either going to be a slow death or a fast one. And with that, a slow one would happen over time as new competitors enter the space and perhaps they take licensors away from Veve, or they just have a superior product that takes people away from the Veve experience. Or what if it is a fast one and Veve folds very quickly? Well, this would probably be because of something that happens this year, and perhaps it's the MTL rollout not going as they had planned or as they had hoped, and it affecting us users negatively and people just start flocking off the app. Now, additionally, in that video, I talked about how I think this is the least likely of the three scenarios. I think Veve's either going to be acquired, like we talked in the first episode, or merged, as we talked about in the first episode, or this possibility, which could actually combine the previous ones. And in this scenario where Veve becomes a big player in the space, it is possible that they are acquired or they do merge with another company. Like we said in that video, this happened to PayPal, where two companies came together to create PayPal that were on the same trajectory, that had the same vision. So there's no doubt that with all of these players coming into this NFT space, this could happen to Veve, or this is a possibility for Veve in the future. For them to become a major player, a lot of things have to line up good for them, especially in this coming year with MTL rolling out. They've already proven themselves with the brands that they've brought on and the quality of collectibles that they've put onto the market. For sure, they've dropped the ball on certain things throughout their history so far, but it's obvious that they have the highest quality collectibles in the best brands that are out there right now for NFTs, in my opinion. Of course, I'm biased. I'm very happy to see Marvel NFTs and Star Wars NFTs. Those are definitely the biggest brands that I want to see, but there's still so much more to come into this space, and Veve's already got a strong foothold in this space for those types of collectibles. But with constant competition coming onto the market, with so many different types of NFT companies coming in, we've got Recur, which I don't know what's really happening with that one so far. We've got Autograph.io, which focuses on sports and is Tom Brady's. You've got NBA Top Shots. You've got so many different options for various niches within the NFT space, and as well as OpenSea, which is kind of the Wild West of these NFT projects that are dropping. But among all those, I really think that Veve stands out. And I think the biggest thing about that is not only the brands that they have, but the barrier to entry that they've taken away and allowed for anybody to really get in on the action with their platform. So they've got to keep this ball rolling. They've got to keep this up and keep on moving with the momentum that they've already established in the marketplace, in the market share that they have. Because in my opinion, there's going to be only more and more competitors entering the space and more competitors becoming high quality and putting out collectibles that rival those of Veve's. I think that they have to get on some sort of utility with their collectibles. With NFTs, we want to see some sort of utility and some way that we can use our collectibles in some way, shape, or form. That can be in some sort of gamification online or some sort of offline use that we could really see with our collectibles moving forward. But I think that's something that they need to get the ball rolling on and get us excited about to bring more users into this platform. I've said it in a previous video, but they also had to get on the bot problem. And this isn't a Veve specific problem, this is the online space problem. So it's something that is kind of out of their control for now, and they've really put the steps forward to improve this in their platform. And we've seen it, and we just hope that it's only going to get better from here. But that's a specific problem that they're going to have to overcome. The new drop system with the queue, I think, is going to be helpful with possibly that, or with just making the experience better on drops. I think it's important to continually improve on this drop system, however they find a way to do that. I think especially new users getting a drop almost right off the bat really helps them really immerse themselves into this space. I got my drop on the first try, and that really brought me into this system almost immediately because of that. And I know others that have a similar story to that. But the better they can make the drop system, the better it will be for the community. Now, I don't know what they do moving forward with the number of people not getting drops, and that kind of turns them off of Veve. I've said it in a past video, but those probably aren't the users that you want on your platform anyways. But it still hurts Veve if they talk about it on a social platform and badmouth Veve. And this is the downside to having such a low barrier to entry system that Veve's created. It's definitely a double-edged sword in that sort of sense. And one solution would be to just have ongoing drops that just never stop, or to increase the edition numbers of collectibles. But I don't think either of those solutions are great ones. It'll just dilute the market, saturate the market, and the collectibles won't be worth much. I think people need to understand coming into this platform that your game plan shouldn't be to win a drop. Yes, go for every drop, but your game plan should be in creating a price prediction for the market afterwards and trying to get a collectible under that price prediction. It would be cool if there was some sort of box that you could purchase for a drop and everybody got something. So you put in a certain amount of gems, you get the box, and there's still a certain amount of editions of collectibles that go out. But if you don't get a collectible, you get maybe MCP points or something for Veve that you can use in the future. That might be a way to go about it, but I still disagree that everybody needs to be a winner in the drop system. Moving on with this, Veve's got to continue to align with more brands, and I know they've done such a good job with this, but we need to see more brands coming into the system for that mid to long term and really get us excited about what's coming for drops on Veve. Competitors are going to be entering the space. They might be picking up some of the brands that Veve already partners with, because I'm sure it's not exclusive rights that Veve has for these brands. So that's going to be a factor that will be incredibly interesting in Veve's history moving forward here. How are they going to address that? How are they going to stand out from their competitors? And so far, being first to the scene, it's obvious that they've got a strong foothold for that. They just need to continue that. And finally, how do they become this major player in the NFT metaverse space? Well, we talked about acquisition and mergers. That's a likely scenario, I think, personally. But another likely scenario is that Veve begins to bring on outside investors. Whether that means they stay a private company and they bring on some investors in some sort of series fund, or eventually one day maybe they go public. Whatever that means, I think that getting investors from the outside is a way that they can really ramp up what they've done so far. And I'm not saying that they haven't done a good job so far, but maybe they can meet deadlines much faster if they were able to bring on some sort of capital investment and use that to better their platform. Being the first to a space and being the best to a space is incredibly important, but even more important than that is holding on to that. And that's what we need from Veve. Like I've said in the past, I've got a lot of confidence in Veve. This is why it's one of my main investment platforms for NFTs, because of their quality and because what they've done and the team that they've got behind them, but also because the brands that they've got as well. I'm not gonna lie, that was my biggest draw to the platform in the beginning, and it continues to be a big draw to the platform. So they do really need to address bringing on more brands that'll appeal to more users to get them on the platform, and they need to safeguard their licensors that they already have. I'd love to know your thoughts on everything I spoke on in this video. How does Veve become a major player in the space? Leave it in the comment section below. Like this video if you found anything helpful or anything entertaining while I was speaking here. Whatever it is, liking goes a long way for me. And subscribe to this YouTube channel for more Veve content. Thank you so much for watching.